Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Queens. Rise up. You know how we do. This is Queen Rise Up Women Empowerment. What we do around here, we empower you to do what? To know your worth and your value. Queen, listen, when you get up in the morning, make the devil, M-A-D-D, devil mad that you are up this morning, and make sure you have your foot on the jugular of his neck. Don't you know, listen, this thing is so up to you. Listen, what are you going to do? Get up, shake the dust off. It is a new day. It is a fresh start. And guess what? It is up to you. What need to be done? It is finished. Did you hear me? It is done. But you got to get up and shake the dust off. You know what? I know life be lifing, but what are you going to do while life is life? And you got to keep planting. You got to keep growing. You got to keep going. You got to keep striving. And this is real talk. And I realize if you don't change the way you think, you will stay in the same rut that you are in. You got to change your mindset. I need you to get up this morning. Listen, if you're just joining me today for the first time, my name is Chantel C. Ross. This is Queen Rise Up, where we empower women to know their worth. Because I believe if you teach her how to fish, she'll never go hungry again. Do you hear me? Come on, teach my hands to battle, my fingers to fight. I need you to get up this morning, trained, equipped, so that you can get to your destination. Be trained and equipped so that you can, you know what, learn how to bring the strongholds down, bring your mind into alignment. I'm not talking about just getting up and, don't start none. The same old, same old. I'm talking about getting to your destination. Equip her to get to her destination. Equip so that she can fulfill her purpose. Equip her so that, you know what, she can start her day out. You know what, not malfunctioning, but functioning according to what God says concerning her. So we meet here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time when we are live. Just a few minutes to kickstart that day. Just rub that. Get some heat up on that thing, some gasoline, some gasoline on the fire. I need you to get up this morning and shake the dust off. Listen, everything starts with how you think at the end of the day. He said, listen, life and death is in the power of your tongue. I want you to get up this morning and open up your mouth and begin to decree and declare over your life that you are who God says you are, that you can do what God says you can do. You are the head and not the tail, Queen. You are above and not beneath. You are more than a conqueror. You are sitting in heavenly places. You have legs like a gazelle. Come on, come on, mount up your wings as an eagle. I need you to get up this morning and speak life over your life. I don't know about you. We in day 10? Good morning, day 10 of 2024. And how do you start? Have a strong start so you can have a strong finish. And that is real talk. But I'm glad you joined me this morning. Listen to me. This morning, I'm talking about dragging things. We're going to lock them. We're going to load because we're getting ready to drop off. I don't know what you need to drop off, what you've been holding on to, what's stopping you from getting to destiny, to getting to purpose, to getting to the assignment, to starting that thing that's been pondering in your heart. But you can't keep dragging people. You can't keep dragging circumstances. You can't, because he said the issues of life is in a man's heart. Listen, whenever you're getting ready to take off, you got to get rid of everything that's going to hold you down. And I don't know what's holding you down or what's holding you up. What you need to deal with, what you need God to help you deal with, but ain't no more dragging in this season. What you pulling. You got to travel light. Your attitude, your issues of life, the circumstances, travel light. Where's those areas that you need, that need to really be dealt with? We're going to lock and load this morning because we ain't dragging. This is a new year. This is a new chapter. This is time for manifestations, not looking back, going ahead. You know what? Pressing past the fears and the traumas in our lives. And I know we'll have situations, they'll keep coming, but guess what? You can't keep dragging. We're going to lock and load this morning because maybe you know how you have things in your life that you want to do that, you've been pondering in your heart, you've been pondering in your mind, or some situations, circumstances, you need to go ahead and deal with and handle, but you've been dragging. Even taking your time and getting to it. You've been afraid. Listen, it's time to get up and go. Somebody say, I'm only you fresh into the new. Let me use this. Let me lock and load. Let me give you what God gave me. When you're getting ready to elevate, or you're getting ready to take off, and what happens before you take off, and what's the preparation before you start taking off, because you don't want to take You need the issues with you. You don't want to take the people or certain places or things in your life with you to the place. You use them to elevate, but you don't want to take them with you. Let me help you today. We're going to lock and load Hebrews 12. Hebrews 12. Because you got to do everyday life. It is not just on a Sunday morning, on a certain season. You got to do life every single day. When you got up in the morning, what did you bring? What did you drag with you? When you went to wash your face, what was you dragging with you? When you went to, listen to me, drink your morning coffee, fix your coffee, what thoughts was on your mind? What were you dragging? Because sometimes the dragging isn't physical. The dragging could be spiritual, mental, emotionally. What are you dragging? 2024, no more drag. Drop things off, drop the weight off, check the things at the door, and this is real talk. Let me do Hebrews chapter 12. He says, therefore, therefore, matter of fact, let me read the Message version. He said, don't sit around on your hands. No more dragging your feet. Clear the path for a long distant runner, so no one will trip or fall, so no one will step in a hole and sprain an ankle. Let's go back to the top. Do not sit on your hands, no longer dragging your feet. If you don't change the way that you think, your life will never change. If you don't handle the things that need to be handled, you're going to you're going to try to bring the old into your new. Listen, we only, 10 days in? Drop it off. Now, I want you to think about some of the things that you've been carrying, what you've been carrying, who you've been carrying, and sometimes the things you need to stop dragging has a lot to do with you and not everybody else. Because the first thing we do about dragging, we think about everybody else. No, what are you dragging within? What are you holding on to that's stopping you from getting to destiny? What's going on in the thoughts of your mind that is hindering you? What is it that you're thinking negatively about yourself that is stopping you from pursuing? I'm talking about no more dragging. Wrong thoughts, ideas, or dreams. Real talk. What is it that you sitting on your hands? You need to move and you need to push. You need to go. You need to go forward. But you sitting on your hands and dragging your feet. I was talking about an airplane yesterday, because this is getting ready to go into heights, into elevation. But before you can even get into the height or into elevation or get into plane, you got to go through checkpoints. First of all, you got to get your identity. Do you know who you are? Oh, hold on, what you dragging? Do you know who you are? Do you know that you're the head and not the tail? Do you know that you are above and not beneath? So now they need to check your ID or your passport to make sure it is you who's getting ready to get on the flight. Then they make you wear your bags. Let me tell you something, wear your bags. You only have certain amount of weight before you even get to TSA or get to the check security points. Let me tell you something, you're trying to go up, but you ain't even, do you know your identity? Do you know who you are? Do you know whose you are? Do you know where you stand? Do you know what you carry? Do you know and then listen to me, what you're carrying? Do you know what's in your bag? Do you need to, because when you're overweight, you got to pay a little extra, and you only can do a carry-on to get onto the plane. Travel light. I need to ask you this morning. This is a real conversation, because where you going and what God has in store for you, you cannot. If you're looking for manifestation, that's like having what God says inside of you buried by your issues, buried by your fear, buried by your depression, buried by your immortality. And this is real talk. What's in the way? What are you trying to? You trying to get to a destination carrying all types of baggage and unnecessary things in life. You keep trying to do it your way. No, you can't do it your way. Just like there's rules and regulations before you get on the flight, there's rules and regulations that you have to follow before you get to destination. And that is real talk. I need you to get up this morning. Listen to what you're carrying. No more dragging your feet. No more sitting on your hands. clear the path, because Queen, what God has for you, it is for you at the end of the day. No more, somebody say, no more dragging. I ain't dragging it. I ain't taking it with me. I'm dropping it off. Maybe you need to have that conversation with somebody today. Drop them off. Or maybe that thing that need to be dropped off, God is using it to get you to elevation. So when you get to the check, when you get to the door, to the counter, you got to make sure you got your ID. Make sure you are who you say you are at the end of the day. Making sure you check your bags. Make sure you ain't got you got the right weight. And then once you get your bags, you got to take your bags. You got to go through the next part. You got to go to TSA. You got to go to the security point. Now listen to me. Come on, somebody say search me. You can't go. You're not getting ready to go into elevation with all them issues. Come on, I need you to get up this morning. So you got to take you through the security gate. They got to check you. They got to check you down. Real talk. Somebody say, Lord, check my heart. Check me. Say, Lord, check me today before elevation. And this is real talk, because you'll meet yourself. Oh, you will meet yourself coming back down, and this is real talk. Then they take the bag, your carry-on. They take your carry-on, and they scan it through. What's in your bag, Queens? Real talk. What's holding you up? What's stopping you from getting to destination? Do you know who you are? Do you know where you're going? Listen to me, real talk. And so then they scan your bags and take you to the checkpoint. Because what are some of the things in your bag? What are you carrying? You're getting ready to go up. You're getting ready to go to higher ground, deeper depth. Let me tell you something. You can't do what you used to do. Come on, trying to go to higher places. And that's real talk. Some of you going to have to unplug from some things that, you know what, that's causing you to have a negative impact on your life. Maybe it's people, places, or things, or family. And this is what, 10 days into 2020, 2024. I need you to get up this morning and get into your rightful places and your positions. Yeah, you going up, but you can't go up. You can't go up with you can't go up with all that mess. No. It ain't no. So whatever it is in your life that's stopping you from achieving higher ground, destination. And I tell you this, when I'm finding out in this journey, if your mindset, if you don't change your mindset, you can get to a place with the same old mindset and wind up in the same rut in the new place. I'm trying to help you today. You got to change your mindset. He said, listen, he says, don't sit on your hands and no more dragging your feet. What is it that you need change? What is it that you need to rearrange? Guys, I don't know. I've been doing, I'm in my, guys, I love my business, live good with all my passion is in my heart. But I'm realizing you got to stay plugged in so you can get the energy that you need to accomplish the task in your business. You got to make sure you in the right arena. Come on, because you're trying to get to destiny. You're trying to clear a path for you so you can get to where you're going. So you need the tools, you need the information, you need the leaders, you need things to help you get to, because we are in it because we ain't gotten. We in it because we're trying to create something. We in it because we don't have something. So you're trying to create that thing, get that thing, renew your mind in that thing. So you have to listen to me. Quit dragging your feet. Get up and get the tools. Get in and get where you fit in. Get in so you can see the change that you want to see, whether it's in business, whether it's in school, whether it's in ministry. And this is real talk. So I don't know where you are today and what you dragging, what you sitting on, what you scared of, what you afraid to make a transition or a change into. And this is real talk. I need you to get up this morning. I'm talking to you. Listen, you got to check your own life. Check your own self, check your own habits, check your own thoughts, check your own issues. He said, out of the heart flows the issues of life. Check what's flowing out of your heart that's stopping you. Come on, got you sitting on your hands. You could be sitting right now with everything that you need, But because you're sitting on your hands and you're not willing to learn something different, get some understanding on some things, are you afraid of what someone's going to say concerning about what God has given you to do? Let me tell you, somebody say, no more dragging. And if it's people that got things in their life, you're trying to drag them along, let me tell you something, drop them off. Do you hear me? You only can bring them you can only bring You only can bring something to somebody to the water, but you can't make them drink. Drop them off. You can tell your portion, tell your part, and keep moving and keep growing and keep striving. Don't sit on your hands and listen to me and drag your feet because someone else is not doing what's required on their end. This is real talk. I need you to get up this morning. Listen to me. It's 10 days into your new year. What you dragging? You ever hear the person that always say, no, I mean, nope, not today. Just thinking, because you know what? Queen, I'm talking to you. And men, if you're listening to my voice this morning, what are you going to do? What is those things in your life that you know what manifestation, change right in this season? This is real talk. You ain't gonna get nothing doing nothing. Let me say it again. You're not going to get nothing doing nothing. You need seed. If you ain't sowing, you're not gonna get nothing if you don't plant nothing. Now, what's before you? What's in your hands? What's in your hands? What tools or opportunities do you have to change your life? God said all you need is faith size of a mustard seed. That's on every aspect of your life, whether it's spiritually, whether it's mentally, physically, financially. Queen, I find out in life, and then you gotta you gotta show up for you. Keep showing up. You think you're showing up for everybody else? Show up for yourself. But what's holding you down? What's stopping you? Sometimes we can be so judgmental, even on ourselves, that we can't get to the next part of the destination. The ticket is ready, the time is set. It's already set. Your seat is waiting for you. Your connecting flight, because I'm finding out in life, there are destiny connectors, people to help you to get to your destination. But because you're dragging your feet and sitting on your hands, you will never get to meet them. There is opportunity waiting for you. But because you're dragging your feet, sitting on your hands, you will never get to the place. And I realize while you're dragging, it's the way that you're thinking. Queen, don't you know that you're fearfully and wonderfully made? That you're the head and not the tail, that you are above and not beneath, that you are more than a conqueror, that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Listen to me, get to the identity check points so you can get to your destinations. Listen, I just got a thing on my phone, a pop-up, and we are part of I'm a part of a group called Discord or the Dream Team. They're not called the Dream Team for nothing. What's happening is they on really on another level, and if you won't get there, they're on another level in the room. But what happens is, in order to go where they are or to get to the next rank, you got to change what you're thinking and how you're thinking, because we want to be a part of something that has value, that is big, but we don't want to do the part. Because in our minds, we keep thinking it has to be done this way and that way. No, you're gonna have to come up to the next. You got to come up to the next level. I'm finding out. Let me have a sip. Some of us have a lot of wants. Have a lot of wants. But what are you doing to get what it is that you want? What steps and what measures are you taking? And this is real talk. I told my queens this morning, or the people that's in the group this morning, this thing is going to start with you, but it's not going to be about you. Sometimes what we have, we need to be able to give out. But the first person you need to give it to is yourself. You cannot give what you do not have. So what's dragging you? What are you holding to? Hold on. Matter of fact, I did a post. 2024. If you got to drag anybody to do what is righteous, to do what is well, drop them off. Whenever the leaders, even Joshua, when they get ready to go fight Gideon, when they were getting ready to go, not everybody went. Some people had to stay behind. Some people didn't have enough tenacity to go. They get the hype, but they got the hype. But what about the momentum and the endurance and the patience to get across? It sounds good when you need to cross over forgiveness and deal with fear and low self-esteem and losing weight, and it sounds good. Getting to your destiny, your mantle and your mandate, it sounds well. But when you got to put your feet to the task, when you got to apply your faith, when you got to listen, when you got to open up your mouth, when you got to step into the places that you thought, that you had always been afraid of. And this is real talk. When you got to really deal with the real deal, the real you at the end of the day. Can I tell you much of that person that's at the counter, the identity, the one we checking your identity, the real you. And this is real talk, not just talking about the hype. Talking about when you really need to step out. What's stopping you from stepping out? What is stopping you from promoting? What is stopping you from going back to school? What is stopping you from starting the business? What is stopping you from saving your finances? What is stopping you from taking hold of your health? Why are you sitting on your hands and dragging your feet? And this is real talk. So I don't know who or what you're dealing with. Are they sitting on their hands? Are they dragging their feet? Real talk. And I know sometimes we go from milk to meat, but have you moved from any stage to the next stage to get to the primary place? Or are you dragging your feet? Have you ever had to drag somebody? Can you imagine the weight it takes to drag? Now there was places only the Holy Spirit can reach. This is where the word of God comes in. And where you start cutting things out is in the spirit of your mind. He said, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So you start cutting the things out that you're holding on to. We only day 10 into the new chapter of the rest of your life. Do you hear me? Let me tell you something. And you got to keep showing up when nobody else shows up. You got to celebrate yourself when nobody's celebrating you. Let me tell you something. No more dragging the lack, no more dragging, the insecurities, no more dragging people's opinions about you. Queen, I need you to get up this morning, shake the dust off, break the bands off your neck. Let me tell you something, because what God has for you, it is for you. What he has purpose for you to do, just get the job done. Do you hear me? No more dragging. Now, what is the God have shown you that you need to deal with? What is those places in your life you need deliverance from? What is it? I can imagine what Moses and Joshua and what as leaders, getting the people over to cross, getting Moses, boy, his task was hard because Moses got so frustrated. He smite the rock when God said, don't smite the rock, because the people had him frustrated. Joshua, he could see the land flowing with milk and honey. But only thing the people could see was the giants in the land. Don't you know, what do you idolize most, the giants or the thing of the promise? I don't idolize the giants. He said you got power to overcome them. It's the promises. So you got to press on to the promises, not looking at the giants. We look more at depression. We look more at low self-esteem. We look more at rejection. Some of us is just lazy. Oh, excuse me, lazy. You can't be lazy when you get into destiny. You can't be lazy trying to obtain purpose. Sometimes you're sitting on your hands and dragging your feet because of laziness. I come against the spirit of laziness, the spirit of fear, and procrastination. What are you afraid of? Or we'll find ourselves, we'll do for others. We'll work hard for others, but won't work hard for our destiny, won't work hard within our purpose, won't work hard for our health, won't work hard for our wealth. What are you dragging? Come on, get the, you know what, cut the chains. What are you dragging? Bad attitude. What you dragging? What? And then the thing about it is, sometimes we won't do what is necessary because of how you feel about a certain, you know what? Don't take. I'm like, my thing is this: don't take it personal. This is just business. Don't take it personal. I got to tell me. I got to get to my destiny. This isn't personal. This has to do with the purpose that's on your life. But you dragging your feet. What do you want? Listen. That thing that you're afraid to overcome is the very thing that you're gonna have to do. That thing that you are afraid to overcome that you keep dragging needs to be addressed. I need you to get up. No compromise, and don't you settle. How bad do you want to get to what God has purposed you? But if you keep holding on to what was, you ain't gonna get to what is or what's to come. Stop being lazy, sitting on your hands. Do what's required so you can get to the next part of your destination. I don't know about you, but 2024, the year of favor and manifestation. But you got to be a part of what God says concerning you. Hebrews, make sure you locked and loaded. Hebrews 12. Listen. Hebrews 12, starting at verse 12. You got to get up. You got to get up. Stop sitting on your hands and stop dragging your feet. If God has given you power to obtain, get up and go get it. If God has given you hinds feet, legs like a gazelle, get to stepping. If he has given you wings as an eagle, mount up so you can take off. We talk a lot, but you got to show up. You got to show up. You want to go across, but you ain't even up. No more laziness. Now you can stay there or you can get up and let's go. And I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Get up and let's go. We're not looking back. 2023 is over. All the stuff that you say you know, what have you done with it? all the information from Genesis to Revelation that you have, where have you applied it to your life? This is real talk. You don't have to fear what it is that God has in store for you. Don't be afraid of the giants. Get up and do your part. We keep saying we waiting on God, but he's waiting on you. You got to get up. You got to get up. You got to get up and you got to go. You got to get up and you have to pursue. I said 2024 is the year of manifestation. Everything that God promised, I'm going to see it. You got to declare out of your mouth what God has promised me. I will see it. It's not the giants in the land. It is the promises in the land. That's what you're after, the promises. Not the giants. They come down because the bigger they are, the harder they fall. He's giving you power to speak and to move the mountains that's in your life. But what are you dragging? A lot of us, we're really being shown up. Because you got to put your money where your mouth is. We talk like. But are you manifesting? Are you decreeing and declaring? And things coming to fruition? Are you stepping out of and into? Or are you dragging and being lazy? Is God telling you give up some things, but you dragging and sitting on your hands? Is he telling you to move out into some new areas or some new territory, waiting on you to do, but you're sitting on your hands and dragging your feet? Somebody say, no more dragging. It was something that you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. He said, no, don't put off something for tomorrow that you can do today. And this is real talk. I need you to get up. No more. Somebody say, stop dragging. Matter of fact, I don't know, maybe it's things around you. Quit dragging. According to Hebrews chapter 12, lock and load. Strengthen your hands and them feeble knees and make your path straight. Do what you need to do so you can get to your destination. Get in your lane and run your race. Get in there and build what God has purposed you to build. Whether it's ministry, whether it's in your health, whether it's in your finances, whether it's in the kingdom, get up and strengthen your feeble knees. No more dragging. This is it. I want to thank you for joining me today. My name is Chantel C. Ross. I'll see you here on Friday. You know how we do at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are live. Because guess what? It don't take long for God to do anything. Right now, we get ready to go 30 minutes of self-love at 10:30 on the nose. We're going to do 30 minutes of self-love over on TikTok. My handle is Queen Rise Up #1. I need you to join me and listen to me while you're strengthening your knees. Come on, stopping with laziness, stopping just talking about it, really being about it, showing up. Listen to me, when you need to show up, being on time, when you need to be on time, I'm talking to you. Listen to me. I want you to take care of your health. Make sure you hit the links through Live Good. I want you to hit those links. Start getting your vitamin D. Start getting your collagen. Start getting things that you need in your body, your magnesium, your multivitamins. Start getting things that you need to help build you up inwardly physically in the human body as well spiritually so you can get to your destination. Stop eating the things that's going to hold you down. Stop eating the things, just like carbs. Can I just say this? Carbs make your body drag. Carbs turns into sugar. Sugar is deadly to the body. And some of you in the spiritual realm are eating carbs, handling sugars. I need you to get up. The thing that's holding you up, stop that's dragging you and holding you down. And so what happens is in the natural body, the carbs that you eat turns into sugar and it weighs down in your body, stopping you from, you know what, get a spirit of laziness. When they, you know what, a little bit of itis in your body. When you eat the wrong things and the wrong foods, your body gets sluggish. Queens, I need you to get up this morning. Come on, you've been sluggish long enough in the spirit. You've been lazy long enough. You have made enough excuses. You look back enough. It's time to go forward. No more dragging. And this is real talk. And whatever it is that you're putting, not just in your natural man, but what are you putting in your spiritual man? We are this one, you see the promises, but you got to do your part. Guys, listen, make sure you join me over on TikTok for 30 minutes of self-love. It is a new day. It is a fresh start, but it is up to you. And that's real talk. I want to thank you for joining me. Make sure you go to the links in the bio. Grab your journal. You guys know we got your journal. Write down what's going on in your 6th day. And listen, matter of fact, once you declare over your life today that God has given you power, come on. God has given you power. He has given you authority. He has given you dominion. He has given it to you, but you got to use it. It's no need just to talk about it, but get up to be about it. You got to use it. And whatever you're dragging, that bad attitude, whatever you're dragging, sexual immortality, whatever you're dragging, if you still doing this, the obvious, what are you dragging? What are you dragging? If it's people, let them go. Family, let them go. Friends, let them go. Associates, let them go. But you can't keep dragging things that's going to weigh you down. You can't fix anybody else. They have to decide if they want it or not. You can be an example. You can lead the way. But it is up to them. Real talk. I got to get up out of here. You guys know I love you. Be blessed. If you got me on YouTube, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. Because guess what? It is time to drop the bags, baby. Real talk. Somebody said, drop the bags. No more dragging, whatever it is. In other words, surrender. Let it go. But it's up to you. Guys, know that I love you. Be blessed until you and I meet again. Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are live. I got to get up out of here. Don't, you know what? It's time to go. Welcome to the room. Do a replay. I got to go. No more dragging. Listen, know that I love you. Be blessed.